Hey, so I sometimes get people asking me for advice on how to fill in their eyebrows. So I figured I would do just a really quick video showing you some tips and tricks about how to fill in your eyebrows, how I fill in mine, and let y'all know all about eyebrows. I just filmed a video on how I do my mascara, so if you want to watch that, that should be up already. So yeah, I'm going to show you what I do. So I think the most important thing is to go with your natural eyebrows. If you have really thin eyebrows, it's a mistake to try and draw them in really big because it's just not going to look very real. If you have really thick ones, just go for it. Fill in the spaces that are missing and just your natural shape will look the most natural. That's the thing. I will say, if you went through the phase like I did and like I think everyone did, where you plucked out all your eyebrow hairs and now they're really thin and weird, I spent a long time trying to grow mine back out. I stopped getting them waxed for a little bit. I started just plucking them myself, and I really just tried to grow them in the best I could. Castor oil works really well to put on at night if you want to do that, but just patience, time, and putting down the pluckers too much, trying not to get them waxed too much, and just trying to really embrace your natural shape. So that's how I grew mine in. It worked pretty well. I'm still working on it. This one has always just been a little bit thinner than the other, but yeah, so that's how I like to grow mine in. So now the next thing I think is really important is the tools you use. I really love the Anastasia of Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. I know it's a little more expensive, but I just think it really makes a difference. Y'all know there's not that many products that I think is worth the splurge. This is one of them. And the reason why is because it's twist up, so you don't have to sharpen it, and the tip is very, very thin. So when it's really thin, it makes the hairs look more natural. If you have a thicker pencil, it will just look like a line and it just won't look right. So I really recommend this one. If you can't get this one, just try to find one that's very thin. And I like to go a little bit lighter than my natural hair so it doesn't look just straight Sharpie, basically. And then it's very important to have a spoolie. If you have this one, it comes with one on the end, but if you don't, these are everywhere. This just helps keep your lashes in, or your eyebrows in place. And then the other thing I use is an eyebrow gel. Now, this is a dupe for the Benefit Give Me Brow, and I personally think it works better. It is $2.99. I've talked about it on my blog. It just works really great, and this just seals them in place. So, that being said, I'm going to show you how I do my eyebrows. So, okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to brush the hairs up with the spoolie so that they're out of the way and so that I can see the line of where my natural eyebrows are and where I'm going to need to fill in. So I'm just going to do that, just brush them straight up. Okay, so once I have them spoolied in, I'm just going to take the other side of my eyebrow pencil, and this is in the shade Soft Brown, so it's a little bit lighter, and I'm just going to start filling in what needs to be filled in. So what I recommend you do is take a good look at your eyebrows and look at the places that are a little bit sparse. So I can see here is a little sparse, maybe here towards the end, right here, maybe over here. You just really want to even them, but you don't want to go too crazy. So I don't recommend just filling in everything. That's not the point. It's kind of like connecting the dots. So I'm going to show you what I do here. So start with very soft, short strokes. You don't want to press down too hard. You don't want this to look like Sharpie. So just fill in, connect the lines. See right here towards the end, I'm gonna add a little bit, extend the brow just a tiny bit, but nothing too crazy. And then up towards the front, I like to spool it up a little bit more. And I really don't like the look of just a really heavy square at the front. I think it can look a little fake. So just look at what you have, maybe brush up a little bit, but nothing too crazy. Like I said, this is supposed to be natural. And then just I'm very, very lightly doing short strokes just to fill in what needs it. So I'm just going over the top. Spoolie it up to make sure it's not too harsh. And that's one brow done. So now, as you can see, there is a difference, but this one doesn't look really sharpy. You can't see really strong brush strokes, which is good, but this one just looks a little bit more manicured, a little bit more even. So I'm going to show you how I do the same thing on the other side. Same idea, just really, really light. Just draw it through, extend it, see how it matches on both sides. You don't want one side going really long and one side being short. Towards the front, we just need a little bit of help, nothing too crazy. On the top, same thing. Just kind of connect the dots. Try to shape. And then just keep spooling it up. And then take steps back and just see where you're at. Because what I think can be a problem sometimes, you get really close up, you're filling in, you're filling in, you're filling in, and then all of a sudden you step back and you have two giant caterpillars. That's not what you want. So take steps back, look at it, look for evenness. I think that's the biggest thing, is just trying to make them even, because like I said, we're not trying to give ourselves a new eyebrow shape. That's a different thing. This is just filling in what you already have, enhancing your natural brows. So I would say that that's done. Step back, you don't want more. You can always take some off. So just spoolie it in, brush it through. And why I keep saying that is because it also helps to soften the look. So the next thing is just a little bit of highlight when we're feeling a little extra. I like to use the NYX Wonder Pencil. You can use any old pencil. This is just a nude pencil that you can put underneath if you want it to look extra done. This is not something I do every day, but it's kind of fun when you want to do it. So I like to just do a little bit just right up underneath my eyebrow. It kind of helps it look a little cleaner. Maybe you got a little crazy with the pencil and you feel like you need to clean it up a little bit. Just draw a little line. Don't leave it like that. And blend it in a little bit. And it just gives a really subtle highlight. It just kind of makes it look a little bit more professionally done. See that? Like I said, not something you need to do all the time. Definitely not a necessity, just if you want to look a little bit more put together. Now, what I will say is a necessity is eyebrow gel, because this is beautiful, but if you're going through your day, it could start to wear off, and what you don't want is one eyebrow to rub off and you start to look kind of uneven. So like I said, I really recommend the Essence. The Essence Make Me Brow. You can find this in Ulta, and it's $2.99, and it's just really good. So nothing too fancy about this. You just want to brush it through. Now, I purposely get a lighter eyebrow gel just because I think I just like the look of it. But they have darker ones if you want to stay more true to your natural hair color. So just brush it through, and don't be afraid if this is leaving a little bit of the liquid on there. That will dry out and it helps to seal it. So just brush up. Like I said, always brush up. You don't want to brush down because it will pull the hairs down and look very messy. Okay, so that is my eyebrows done. Totally done. I think that if you do this not on camera, you're just doing it in your room, it takes only a few minutes, and it really can make a difference in your total makeup look. I think it just kind of brings everything together. Now, of course, there's tons of different types of eyebrows. Some people like thick, like I do. Some people like really thin. Go with what you like. Just don't try to change the shape too much. It's kind of obvious. So yeah, I really recommend this pencil. These two are the ones I really recommend, the Anastasia Brow Wiz and the Make Me Brow. Now, if you want a video on how I shape my eyebrows, pluck them, trim them, I can do that because I actually don't get them waxed very often anymore. I kind of do it myself. So let me know if you want to see that. So anyway, that's it. I hope you like it. I hope it helped. Let me know if you have any other questions.